Hello and welcome to lesson 3 of week 3. My name is Mildred. In this lesson, we are going to discuss HTML lists. When you have a list of items you want to write on a web page, there are 3 ways to write lists in HTML. The first is by using the ordered list. Ordered list is written using the OL tag, and it has a start and an end tag. Between the start OL and end OL tag, you create a list item. You can have several list items between the OL tags. So for as many lists as you want on the page, you will use the li tag like this. Let's say we want to list our favorite subject. Let me create a heading here, and I'll write a subheading. I will put my list items between my start li and end li tag. So let's say mathematics is my first subject. My next favorite subject is, let's say, deep learning. And then the next is reinforcement learning. When I save this, I go to my web page, I will have my list on the page. Now notice that the ordered list is a list of items that is numbered. There are 5 ways of numbering your list. The default is to use number 1, 2, 3, and so on. The other way to number your list is by using the type attribute on the start OL tag and specify either A, which will make all your lists in uppercase letters of the English alphabet. You can use the small letter A to mean lowercase letters of the English alphabet. You can use capital letter I, which means uppercase letters of Roman numeral, or you can use small letter I, which means lowercase letter of Roman numeral. Another attribute you can use in the start tag is the start attribute, and this applies when you have numbering, but you don't want to start from number 1. Let's say I want to start this numbering from number 10. I'll use start equal to 10, and when I refresh my page, it goes 10, 11, 12. So if you have a list on the page and you have a text and you want to continue the numbering after the text, you use the start attribute and specify what number to start from. So this is how to create an ordered list in HTML. The next type of list we have in HTML is the unordered list. This doesn't use any numbering. It uses bullets. An ordered list is written with the UL tag, and just like the ordered list, it has a start and an end tag. The default is a black circle, which is a dix. When I refresh my page, we'll have the black circle dix here. To specify the type of bullet, we use the style attribute, and then the value is going to be list style type, and then we'll specify dix. Dix is the default, and so when I refresh my page, I still have the same dix. The other types we have are square. When I refresh, I'll have squares, or we have circles. And when I refresh, I have circle. I can also specify none so that it will not have any bullets. And these are the values that the property list style type takes. And when we look at list in CSS, we are going to discuss further styling of HTML lists. There is another way we can write lists in HTML. And this time, it is a list of items and their description. So when you have items you want to list on the page and you also want to write descriptions for those items, you will use the DL tag, which is called the description list. It has a closing tag. Between the start and end description list tag, you will have the term, the description term, which is written DT, and then the description definition, which is written DD. You can have several DT and DD within the DL tag, like this. So let's say I want to write a term called course 1, and the description of course 1 is programming in HTML5 with CSS3 and JavaScript. I have another term called course 2. The description of course 2 is object-oriented PHP and MySQL. I have another one called course 3, and the description is specialization project. I will save this, go to my web page and refresh, and this is how the description list actually lists items on the page. It gives you a description term and then the description definition or the description. So these are the 3 ways that we write lists in HTML, and this is where we end week 3. Thank you and see you next week.